Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Youth Edition. It's Famio Barros, it's Salford City FC on a quest for Champions League glory. Sit back, relax, get in your comfy chair, grab your favourite beverage, turn on that big screen TV, because here we go with the Youth Edition. Hello and welcome back to the Youth Edition Career Mode, FIFA 20, Salford City in League One. This is our third season and we started off like an absolute firecracker, 2 wins from 2 games. Now, I thought it might have been a little bit too easy, so I've got in touch with Cutsy and I've got his slider settings. We've got the FIFA gameplay mod on and we're going to see how things progress this way. You know, there's not a lot of change in Cutsy sliders, but it should make the CPU a little bit more aggressive and hopefully some cracking gameplay. So let's just jump into this one. We've got 3 games for you today and we've also got a player upgrade. Right, today's player upgrade is for Broberg, the left midfielder from Greenland. It comes in from Andy Hawk. Thank you very much for your comment. I've probably murdered your name as well, and I do apologise. But he's gone with the number 88 because that's the amount of fights he's been in. Okay, so he's aggressive. Tight short sleeve kit. He's asked for tucked in, but we don't do tucked in here. It's untucked once the player upgrade gets done. Low socks because he's used to being in cold from Greenland. So white wrist taper in the right arm, red on the left to represent the colours of Greenland, and because he's injured his wrist with how many times he's had to throw hands. Any red boots to represent the blood of his enemies. Okay, so an aggressive little chap here by the looks of things, but he's done and dusted, and I think we might have another one for you at the end of this episode. Let's jump into it. Right, for those wondering what slider settings we have changed, it's not a lot, to be fair, on the user side. The run frequency is down to 40 and the first touch control error up to 55. CPU wise though, I've put the acceleration to 52, so they should be able to close us down a little bit quicker. Their shot error and pass error is down, so they should be a little bit more clinical and quicker pass speed, so it's going to be tough to defend against them. And also they're marking up to 55. Their line height to 40, that's on Cutsy's recommendation. So, yeah, there we go. And their first touch control lever as low as well. So hopefully they should be a little bit stronger. Right, so with all the sale of those random players and obviously buying the new stadium, we've still got 7 million here left in the transfer budget. And I did ask you guys who we should go and have a look at. I've had a look at the squad and what's in our youth academy. And there's probably 2 players I want to bring in here this season from the transfer list. So let's go and have a look at them first and foremost. Right, another thing I do want to cover is, of course, the microphone. I am still playing with the EQ settings, so hopefully they start coming across a little bit better, working on getting some more bass and stuff into the actual presentation. So do let me know in the comment section as we go through the next few episodes what you think of the mic quality. Hopefully it is improving. And now let's have a look here at the transfer hub. Of course, we're not going to be able to afford these big guys. This left winger here is valued at 38 million. There's no chance. Costa's got himself to a 72, so hopefully he can carry Oldham up to League One. The Ibrahimovic regen we're not going to be able to afford. So let's have a look here. There's 2 players that I've got my eye on. One is Santiago Carmona Sierra, the centre midfielder from Spain, which I think is the Santi Cazorla regen. He's fairly cheap at 3.8 million, so we might go and actually make our first buy of this career mode in Santiago Carmona Sierra. I just want to strengthen that midfield up because we've got some young kids, but, you know, like Carlos and that, they're only like 49, 50 rated. They've got a lot of growing to do, and we need a little bit of backup in case our midfield isn't working for us. So I think Carmona Sierra is one player that we're going to go after, and the other one I want to bring in is the free agent here in Henry Colquitt. Centre midfield, left back, 3.3 million valuation, so definitely help us out in getting towards that 20 million that we need for the next stadium upgrade. Bring him in for a season and then hopefully gets sold off. He's already had offers come in, so we're going to have to work fast, work quickly, and see if we can get him across here to Salford City. Right, we managed to sign Colquitt, 64 rated with a 4-star weak foot, shit skill moves, but that's fine. That is a good pickup from the free agency list. I couldn't sign Santiago Camara Sierra at this stage. He didn't like the wages I offered him of $2.5 grand, but I don't want to overpay all these lads. So, yeah, we'll have to reassess that in a couple of weeks' time and see if we can get him over here. But let's jump in. We've got some big games to play and some new sliders to test out. First game of the episode, though, is in the Carabao Cup. The first round, we're going to take on Carlisle United. We're going to use our reserves team here now. Broberg gets a start on the left-hand side. Loris on the right. Jenkins gets a starting role as our striker. Griffiths, Lloyd, and Camara in the midfield there. Williams, Stevenson, Compton, and Burns. And Claire is our goalkeeper. Let's see how we go here. New sliders, and we're going in with the reserves team, so this could be interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Carabao Cup. And, well, we went pretty deep in the FA Cup last season. We want a decent cup run in one of these competitions, hopefully, just to make sure that we're giving the reserves enough minutes this season. So let's get into this game. It's a big one. And let's see what these sliders have in store for us. There's Griffiths. Broberg gets the run on here from Williams. Plays it forward, finds Broberg, gets around his man. He's aggressive, works his way inside. Lloyd is there. And that one has gone over the top. There's Griffiths. Broberg waits for the run, gets it here from Chase Williams, getting some rare minutes. Here comes the cross inside, and it is Leroy Jenkins gets us the lead. It's 1-0 to Salford City. Leroy Jenkins opening his season account here with a goal. Lovely ball inside from Williams. Leroy snaps it on the volley, beats the keeper. It's 1-0 here to Salford City. A good start for Leroy. He's going to be the number 2 here at the club while Gunnison is in red-hot form. And if Leroy gets fiery, he'll be knocking on the door. Good finish there from Leroy. And, well, Barros has pulled an old shirt out of the wardrobe by the looks of things. It's 1-0 to Salford City. Oh, Stephenson, big challenge, wasn't letting him through easily. There's a ball out wide. Leroy Jenkins takes his man on. Leroy's got the pace. Jenkins pushes his way forward. Oh, a little bit of trickery. Cuts back inside, but can't beat Richards. Well, Carlisle have themselves a free kick here. 41 minutes gone. They play it deep inside. Stephenson there to get the clearance. We'll go away for a throw-in. Broberg. Camera. Leroy. Plays one through. Lloyd lays it off. Leroy Jenkins has his second. 2-0 Salford City, and some really good football there from the Yammies. That is wonderful play. Salford City, it's a 2-0 lead. Leroy sets up the decoy. Sweatier than a gypsy with a mortgage is Lloyd. Connects back up with Leroy Jenkins to his second of the day, second of the season. And will this be his cup competition? Barros loves it. Gets in. And there is the halftime whistle. 2-0 to Salford City. Oh, there's one played through, but he's offside. Very lucky. Fabian Lopez found some space. But he was offside. Stephenson just letting him through. Fires one forward. It's a lovely ball through. Broberg will get on the end of this one. Cuts back. Oh, picked out. Stephenson pushes his way forward. Leroy Jenkins, can he come through? He's trying hard. He's found Lloyd. Lloyd needs to do something with it. Can't get it away, and it will be a corner here for Salford City. Loris gets the interception, finds Leroy Jenkins on a burst. Leroy pushing hard. Oh, he's fouled. Absolutely ruined. Last man, will that be a red card? Carlisle had no idea about Leroy Jenkins. He was slipping through like a hot knife in butter. The referee ushers him over. And he has absolutely destroyed Jenkins there. In on goal. And it is a red card, so an opportunity here. Leroy, he reckons he's having a red hot crack. And I am really shithouse at these free kicks. Oh, tipped over by Richards. And from Loris. Griffiths. Back to Loris. Drives his way forward. Plays one over the top. Wants Leroy Jenkins. He's in on goal. Oh, he couldn't handle the hot sauce. All right, let's make the changes. And a couple of debuts here. Colquitt will check in at CDM for Camera. Lloyd checks out for Carlos. Loris moves to the left-hand side. Broberg checks out. And it's Fook NG checking in for his debut here for Salford City. Plays it forward. Looks for Fook NG. Gets in, Fook. Plays it through. Here is Carlos! Oh, yes, lad! That'll be his first goal. Little Carlos has come in and made it 3-0 for Salford City. He doesn't know how to celebrate. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, look out. Hello. Little Carlos. Fucking gee, what a pass. Jenkins sees up, gets the assist, and Carlos finishes. Wonderful football here from Salford City. 10-men Carlisle United have come undone. And it's 3-0 to Salford City. Colquitt does well. Finds Carlos. Plays it forward. Here is Leroy Jenkins. Cuts back in on it. Finds Carlos. Pulls the trigger. No, that one's picked off. Carlos comes through again. Taken out by the defender. And cleared away. Good tackle, Stephenson. Williams comes through. Here is Griffiths. It's Loris making that run. Let's go, Loris. Plays it through now. Here is Loris. Drives his way forward. Doesn't have much left. Oh, he's overdone it. No, he's brought it back inside. And we'll be a corner here for Salford City late in this game. It's done and dusted at 3-0. Colquitt the man to deliver. Drives inside. Leroy Jenkins! Oh! Griffiths. And there is the whistle. So we knocked Carlisle United out of the Carabao Cup with a 3-0 victory. Well done, lads. Well, the sliders didn't help Carlisle United out either. 10 shots to 1 and 61% possession. Leroy Jenkins rips them open and it's a 3-0 victory. Right, one thing I do need to mention is we have done a position change. I wasn't going to do too many of these, but Belusi has definitely been playing more midfield time than he had in the centre-back role, and he is only 5'9", so I've made the decision to turn him into a central defensive midfielder. Still has all those defensive unit options in his repertoire, but he is a CDM now. The other one was Stephenson, but I've decided to keep him as a centre-back because he's probably going to play more in the reserves team in that back line, and we'll just leave him as a centre-back for now. Right, second game of the episode, we're back into the league, and the first team will roll out here. Let's see how these sliders help us in the league. I don't know. Carlisle didn't really show up. You'd assume that Sunderland will be a decent team to really test out what's happening here with our slider setup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back at the new Peninsula Stadium. And hoping to continue this league form. But Sunderland, you know, they were a former Premier League side, so hopefully they're looking to make their way back up the table as well. We've got that new red kit on again, which I'm really enjoying, and it said in the comments that you guys really liked it as well. So we'll see how we go here. Gunnarsson has 5 in 3, and we're looking to add to that one today. There is Gunnarsson. Slips it out wide. Cesario. Get the pass through. Kawada does well. Belusi. Cesario found Gunnarsson. Pushes his way back inside. Cuts back inside nicely. Oh! He's too good! He's too bloody good! Oh, Gunnarsson! Bang! Thank you very much. That's 6 already. Oh my days, he just turned that defender inside out. Look at this manoeuvre here from Gunnarsson. Back, thank you very much. Cuts inside, settles himself and whips around on the left. And puts it in the back of the net. It's 1-0 Salford City. Oh, what are you doing? You don't give this man space. He will destroy you. Sasa misses the challenge. Here they come inside and it's a poor strike. Not working Zinotti at all. Needs to find some space here. De Jong whips it out wide and Trovawada has some space to move. Trovawada pushes his way forward. Slips it off now for Cesario. Cesario bang it in the back door. Looks for Gunnarsson. That one's picked down by the goalkeeper. Here's Davies. Can he set something up? Cuts back beautifully. He'll lay it inside. Looks for De Jong. Good save. Cesario. Oh, lovely from Cesario. He's just rinsed him. Lays it forward. Finds Gunnarsson, who can't get a clean touch on it. Plays it back for Belusi. Off now for Jose Michaels. Davies flicks on. And Lasasa was offside. It was a late pass. Oh, yeah, he's telling him about it. Look, mate, I served it up. Sweet and sour sauce and all. And you couldn't get it to me in time, and now I'm hungry. Go from Lasasa. Michaels finds Davies. And Davies will push on here. Uses that little bit of pace that he's got. We're hitting him on the counter. Davies pushes on forward. Still comes Davies. He needs to look inside. Lays it off for Gunnarsson. Bang! Oh, yes! Brilliant football, Salford City. Gunnarsson has 7 for the season. Oh, my days. This team on the counter-attack is absolutely lethal. He has a million options and goes for the big man up front. Gunnarsson gets the finish. 2 on the day. And Sunderland with no answer. Get in. Back for Cesario. Belusi back to De Jong. Inside now. Here's Gunnarsson. Takes his man on. Gunnarsson turns and burns, but good work there from the defensive line. And there it is. Half time. 2-0 to Salford City. Gunnarsson. He's on fire. High line being held here by Salford City. Davies does well. Michaels. Here's De Jong. Davies. Quick touch on, has Gunnarsson. Lays it back off for Davies. Davies works into the space. He'll lay it back off. Gunnarsson needs to flick on. Oh, taken out by Lynch, but he's too strong. Here is Gunnarsson. Oh, good save. Big save. Jose Michaels flicks one out the back, finds Davies. Davies will look inside, plays it forward. Oh, but Lucy was there. Davies gets the touch, tries to bring it back into the guts, but picked out there. De Jong picks it off though. Here's Michaels, back to De Jong, who lay it off now, finds Cesario, gets a little touch on, does well Cesario, and that is a really poor cross. Off to Belusi, we'll get the run on here forward. Oh, Gunnarsson gets the touch, lays it off for De Jong, back here for Gunnarsson, oh, cracking save. Gunnarsson, Cesario pushes his way forward, the Brazilian flies through. Here is Cesario, can he get a finish? Oh, cracking save again. Goalkeeper doing his job. De Jong found Gunnarsson, works his way through the traffic. Still comes Gunnarsson, lays it back now for Belusi. Off here for Jose Michaels, back to Gunnarsson, gets a touch on it. Lays it back for Belusi, it's a poor touch from Belusi. That's Gunnarsson, back to Belusi, back to Gunnarsson. He comes through, good save, this keeper's being peppered. Right, 3 changes. Michaels, De Jong checking out, as well as Cesario. And Yudak Wang will make his debut here in the midfield. Mikkelsen as well checks in. Whiteload is the man to bring it in. Donny can't find a target. Another crack at the cherry here. Drives in. Lasasa! Offside. Oh, pow. Destroyed him. Yellow card. Trovoada's let him through. Neves to do the business here. Defensively played inside. Justice Pow. Good block. And Yudak Wang gets that ball away. He's going to come back in again though. And they play 1-2, played inside. Ramos gets the strike away to Maguire, but it's poor. Davies. Mikkelsen. Gunnarsson drives his way forward, sees Donny Whiteload. Whiteload pushes inside. Donny, Whiteload, Gunnarsson. Oh, couldn't come through the back door. Well, there it is, another victory for Salford City. No one can touch us at the moment. 2-0, and Gunnarsson with another 2 goals. Oh, 11 shots to 5, a bit more of an even contest, but Gunnarsson is just ripping teams apart. That's a 2-0 victory. Right, we do make the signing of Kimona Sierra, 66 rated now, so he's already gone up 1. 18 years of age, can play all through the midfield, has 85 pace, 90 acceleration, 94 agility, 87 balance, 81 sprint speed, flare passes, swerve passes, so he's going to be quite technical there in the midfield. Only 5'3" though, so we'll see how he goes, but yeah, that's probably our signings done for this transfer window, and some players that we can make some money on hopefully at the start of next season to upgrade our stadium. Right, final game of today's episode is against Walsall at the Banks Stadium. Kimona Sierra will make his debut here in the midfield at 66 rated. If he can feed balls through to Gunnarsson as well, we are really going to be up for a big season. So let's jump into this game and see if we can continue on this red-hot run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Gunnarsson in some red-hot form. I think he's on 5 goals or 6 goals for the season already. It's hard to keep track, he scores that often, but we'll see what we can do here today. He's leading from the front, looking to carry us to a League One title by the looks of things. There's one forward, Davies drives forward. Gunnarsson working into space. Brings it inside, Gunnarsson did get a piece of it, but put it wide. Wide up and a lovely ball through. Belusi gets the touch on, finds De Jong. Davies is making a run. He decides that that's not the pass to make. Here's Belusi, lays it off. Kimona Sierra lays it off now for Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson in the box. They look inside. Davies trying to get a touch on, but no one there to swoop in. Sasa. Belusi. De Jong. Travawada plays it forward. Cesario in space. Brings it back inside. Gunnarsson! Oh! Lovely work! It's another goal for Gunnarsson. Salford City just know how to find this man. He's got a new tattoo on his arm there by the looks of things as well. Cesario with a perfect setup. Gunnarsson cuts back inside, holds his ground, and beats everyone. All ends up. Salford City are in red-hot touch. Belusi. Gunnarsson lays it through. Here's Kimona Sierra. Drives his way inside. Cuts back. Lays it off. Has Cesario. That's a bobble. That is an absolute bubble. And Cesario couldn't handle it. Oh, De Jong gets the touch on. Lays it forward. Here is Gunnarsson. He'll just drive his way inside here with pace. No one coming at him. Gunnarsson. Oh, great save. Oh, no. Everyone's missed out. Oh, man. They're shooting. How are they missing? I mean, Oh, we put the sliders on so that they're more clinical. It was in on goal. Maybe it was the pressure from Neves, but still missing. Lays it off. Gunnison lays it off. Finds Davies. Oh, it's got to be a free kick. Referee. Manhandled. Travawada. Sierra. Sasa. Gunnison trying to lay it off. De Jong was there. Couldn't get a hold of it. And there is half time. Salford City with the lead again. Fire one on here for Cesario. Flicks it forward. Asks Gunnison to make the run. Oh, Gunnison just comes through. Freight train central. Then he gets something into the box here. Tried his hardest. But he's a big lanky loaf, of course. Oh, Zanotti, cracking save. He hasn't had to do much, but here we go on the break with Belusi. Belusi will push on. Finds De Jong. Slips it out the back door here for Cesario. Cesario will push it inside. He's got Gunnison. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Get him. Cesario, what a ball through to allow Gunnison to run onto it. He pops it in the back of net. That's definitely his 7th of the season. And Salford City, on the counter, are an unstoppable side. We've given the CPU more pace, more marking ability, and we're still snapping on through. Get in, boys. Right, 3 changes. Colquitt will make his debut in the league here, checking in for De Jong. Belusi checks out for Stephenson. And Leroy Jenkins checks in on the left wing. And, well, at 2-0 up, what else is going to happen here in this game? Right, here they come. Here they come. Good block from Lasasa. Oh, our defence has shown up here in League One. Oh, lovely work from the Nuggets. Oh, Stephenson gets the block in. And here is Leroy Jenkins. Busting through the midfield with fresh legs. They'll lay this one out wide for Cesario. Cesario will have to cut back. Looks inside. Leroy quick touch on. Has Colquitt. Let's put it wide. Flicks it out wide. Leroy Jenkins has the pace. Has he got the cross though? Plays it inside. Cesario! Oh! Wow! Well, there is the whistle. Salford City, another clean sheet. And these boys are in some scintillating form. Well, 11 shots to 3. Cesario with a 9.3. And Salford City cannot be stopped here at the moment. Right, time for today's player upgrade. It will be for the 5'3" Spaniard in Kimona Sierra. If you want to make any changes to his number or his kit, let me know in the comment section, of course. Thumbs up on the ones that you agree with and we'll get him upgraded in a future episode. Good luck. Right, and that is where we finished today's episode. We still have not conceded a goal in 4 games, so I might have to do a little bit of work here behind the scenes while I've got an hour or 2 up my sleeve just to try some different slider settings because... I don't know what's going on. Salford City seem to be destroying here nice and early. I have seen comments to say that League 1 and League 2 are fairly similar, and most of the guys that have been playing through these career modes have sort of dominated once you have got into League 1, but then once you hit the Championship, you've been absolutely touched up. So I don't know if that's the case here. I'll have to keep looking and keep wondering what we can do to, you know, make this CPU a bit more competitive. We will find out in the next episode though, because we've drawn Tottenham Hotspur in the 2nd round of the Carabao Cup, so that one might be a good one to benchmark ourselves and see where we are sitting. But hopefully you enjoyed the content, hopefully you enjoyed the episode, and make sure you leave me all those comments for all the questions in today's episode. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Sparring DK, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, you know, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel. Sign up today and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos. One here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the videos